I close multiple high ticket clients by mastering the high ticket sales post. This is for proof. So you can see I literally get people paying me thousands of dollars to work with me. And this is just on one of the payment processors, which is Stripe. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through the template of this high ticket sales post. One, the second thing that I'm going to walk you through is how to launch the campaign. So when to post it, how to give it to your people. And three, I'm going to tell you the most common pitfalls to watch for, because literally everything that we've done, if you don't watch out the most common pitfalls, it's not going to work. And you're going to be posting content but getting crickets, and you're going to keep on posting hoping that someone reaches out, but no one will at the end of the day. So let's get the ball rolling. But first, who am I? Now, I know you don't care. It's like, let me just tell you about me just for a second. So I'm someone who loves life and experiencing life, and I love a lot of steak. So this is me drinking wine right from a winery. That it was a beautiful day, and this is a beautiful steak. I eat like two, three pieces of steak every single day. But really, who am I? My name is Arnold. I own Predictable Client. Back in 2020, I scaled and sold, not actually sold, I exited a high performance coaching business. And since then, I've been consulting people on client acquisition and growing their businesses online. That's in a nutshell. Now, let's jump into right the tutorial to the things that actually matter so we can get the ball rolling and make money together. First things first, those are the requirements and those are the common pitfalls that you need to watch out for. Those, what I'm going to show you right now, are much more important, are much more important than the template itself. Cool? So please stick with me, understand them, consume them, write them down, take a journal with you, write them down, and we'll move on. First requirement and first common pitfall actually is understanding what your people deeply desire as core outcomes. Okay. Now, this is a very common pitfall because I see a lot of people talking about their methods as core outcomes. I do self love. What is self love? Self love is not an outcome. Someone doesn't sleep at night thinking, like, today I didn't love myself. It was such a bad day. No, this is not a core outcome. This is not something that people want to have solved. It's just a mere method. Same thing as high ticket coaching. Some people are like, I do high ticket coaching. No, you don't do high ticket coaching. High ticket coaching is just a method. This is not an outcome. This is not that you give. This is not something that you give people. You need to be very clear on what you give people and the measurable data behind it. So, for example, I help people generate two high ticket clients every single month using organic marketing. That's a measurable outcome. Two high ticket clients. I help people find the love of their life. That's a measurable outcome. Something that they can measure, something that they can get, finding the love of their life. I help people date 20 girls every single week, whatever. I work with a lot of dating coaches, so for that's a pretty bad example, but whatever. A client of mine last week launched a one of those templates, and he got an inbound lead and he got a sales call from it because it was like, I'll help you get one date a week. So that's a measurable outcome, one date a week. And this is the most common pitfall that a lot of coaches and consultants fall into, because we start to talk about all of those like esoteric things that are not measurable, that are not tangible, that are not touchable. And well, our message doesn't stick. Even if you sell mindset, there are ways to turn it into core outcomes. The second requirement is understand what is the end state of your ideal client. What do they want to achieve? Who do they want to become? Identity is very important. Who do they want to become? What do they want to achieve? Who do they want to be like? That is very important for you to understand, because I could tell you, okay, generate two high ticket clients every single month. Cool. Great. But I can also tell you, but you'll have to work 12 hours a day every single day for a full year. Is that what you actually want to achieve? Is that the identity that you want to adopt? No, most probably. For me, the identity that I adopt and my clients adopt are the leveraged entrepreneur. So we do one piece of content, it goes out to people, it gets clients for us, it does all of the work for us, and we have time to enjoy life, just as you see over here, and eat a shit ton of steak and drink a lot of coffee. A lot of coffee. So, what is the end state of your people? What do they want to achieve? Who do they want to become? How do they want to achieve the thing that they want to achieve? It's very important to understand what is the thing that they want to achieve and the how. What is the path that they want to achieve it through? Do they want to hustle? Do they want to leverage? Do they want to find their dream girlfriend through Tinder, or they want to find their dream girlfriend while going out and meeting people live? Very important. Do not make claims that you cannot 100% back up and stand behind with complete and utter confidence. This is a very big and common mistake and common pitfall that happens, which is we're like, okay, that claim sounds sexy. That claim sounds powerful. So we put it out to the world. Now, what happens with that every single time is when you put it, you cannot back it up. So people go into your funnel, you might get some leads, you might get some interest, but when people go into your flow, they check your testimonials, they check your case studies, and people do their research. People are not stupid. They're like, he doesn't have things to back up what he's saying. And you lose them. Do not make up urgency if it's not present. So, because here we're going to find that there's urgency. So, do not make up urgency if it's not already there, if it's not present. Okay? Have a process that is proven and post 2 to 3 case study showcasing your knowledge beforehand. So, this is gold, and I'm gonna actually go back to it after the template. Cool? Because this is what makes it work. This is what makes it stick. Build up your audience for a while before launching. So this is something that you should already know it pretty much. Build up your audience for a while before launching. So build up your email list, build up your follower base. You don't need a lot of followers. I had 24 people on my email list when I started using this template and signing on 7K clients, 9K clients pretty easily. Cool. So now let's jump into the template. The template, as you can see, is segmented into multiple different pieces. It is long, and we have an example with it, but stick with me. What I would recommend is go to the description down below, copy, duplicate this template, and start filling it out with me as we go along through this video. So it could be like a work together and implementation versus you watching this, you getting all of it, and then it's like, okay, I'm gonna do it later. No, 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 don't be that guy. Please don't be that guy. Do it now. Focus. So pause it, duplicate the template, have it with you, walk through the video as you're doing the template. So the opening statement, if you want ideal outcome, what is the outcome that they want? So if you want 2 clients a month, if you want to find a date a week, if you want to find your ideal girl, if you want to find a great relationship after divorce, what is it? Without specific pain points. Now, that can also be throwing rocks at the enemy. So, if you want to date a girl a week without spending hours swiping left and swiping right on Tinder or whatever it is, like dating apps, I'm engaged, so literally I don't know any dating apps. Then I have an invite that's available for just X amount of people. Cool? So this is where you make it or break it. This is where you make it or break it. If the outcome when they read it, so let me actually put the outcome in red. If the outcome when they read it, they're not like, I want that. Like, that's something that I would invest in. That's something that I want. If they read it and they don't feel driven by it, you lost them. You immediately lost them. If you want to love yourself, what is that? By the way, I say that because I've seen an offer like that, and we fixed that offer up for a client of mine, and he sold immediately a 4K package after we sold it. Anyway, without specific pain points. So again, if you want to find your dream girl to marry without having to go on multiple dates, without having to sleep around with a lot of women, and without having to spend hours on dating apps. So what are the pain points? Usually I would include three specific pain points. Cool. I have an invite that's available for just X. So what is the number of people? So three coaches or three accountants or three whatever until 8 p.m. EST tomorrow. Now, use urgency dates wisely as they are an option. So this is an option. Again, as I told you here, don't make claims that you cannot back up and don't make up urgency if it's not present. Cool? So if you don't have urgency that is present, if you don't have urgency that is like, it is urgent literally to solve that, don't make it up. Don't put it even. Why? Because once you launch it, if you reopen it after 8 p.m. and someone sees it, he's going to be like, this guy is not authentic. This guy is making claims just to get us to buy. You don't want to be that person. Just trust me, you don't want to be that person. So once you nail that, cool, we move into the context and pain points. Now, if you're context in the process of shifting your business to focus on high level clients. So, for example, here you're identifying the target audience, cool, in a way that you are not saying like, hey, this is for consultants who have three clients, or we're not going into the details here. We're just like, let's take again the example of dating. If you're a guy who's very driven by values and likes women with intellect, see? So context, what is the context of the current situation of the person? If you're a guy who's driven by values and loves women with intellect, if you're a consultant who is seeking to change from charging per hour to charging per transformation, see how I'm giving context. I'm not, if you're a consultant who's making six figures, it's like everyone can say that. If you're an accountant who feels lonely, everyone can say that. So give context about the current situation of their lives. If you're that person and you want support with a specific transformation, again, what is the transformation? And you want support with learning how to approach women ethically, following your values without dating apps. See? Then this is for you. The first line is, I'm making a promise. I made a promise, by the way. Next week, we're gonna actually have the setup fully ready so I could draw while I'm teaching you. And when I draw, it looks much better. But I want you to think about this part here. So this is, actually, let's see if we can comment. So this is the promise. This is identifier. So now I'm like, I'm making a promise to who? To that person. If you're not in that group of people, not the time for it, not your time. Now you can go deeper in pain points or desires, or you can be like those people who are like, and you feel lonely every single night and you want to wake up with someone next to you and it's optional, but do that with caution because you don't want to, you don't want to be the pain guy. So you don't want people reading your post and feeling like, I feel like shit. You don't want that. So last year, week or month, I discovered, developed, or worked on a strategy that gets two high ticket clients per month, every single month or whatever, without specific pain points. Why are we doing that? I'm giving context on when this strategy was developed, how was it developed. You can give even context on how did you come up with it. You can do multiple things here. But this is like, I'm giving you a background on what I'm doing here a little bit. This method has consistently delivered results with clients who've seen immediate desired outcome. So by the way, here is your, one second, proof. This is your proof. So if you read my offers, you can find immediately within the first section, I have a list of proof, always. Because people want to see if this is something that they want to achieve too. And have people already achieved it? Now you might be asking, but Arnold, like, I can make a lot of claims, but don't I have to put pictures, case studies, screenshots? You can. But if you're posting this on social media, I would put, for example, the proof in the comments down below. Or if you've been posting proof for a while and then you post this, you really don't need to back it up because the proof has already been backed up on your profile. So, what did I do for now? I made a promise. I told who the promise is for, and I gave proof of the promise. Now it's my time to go into the plan of the promise. What is the plan? How is it gonna look like? How is it gonna feel like? What are we gonna walk through? What are we gonna do together? Okay. So now this is the core desired outcome method. Now, a small note here. This is gonna be the name. Going to be the name of your methodology. So, for example, for me, my methodology is predictable client ecosystem. This is my methodology. Why? Because, pretty simply, I help you generate predictable clients while building an ecosystem so you don't have to chase people. It's like it's something that builds up on each other and it grows over time and it keeps on generating clients for you and you feel happy and you feel satisfied. That's it. If you overcomplicate the name of your method, like uh, let me remember like one of the methods that one time a client told me. And by the way, I'm not bashing my clients. We sit down together, we have a laugh, we still drink coffee together and laugh about those things. He's like, the Zen autonomy method, something like that. He's like, what the hell is that? What you don't want people to read your method and be like, what the hell is that? So, what is the name of your method? What is the name of your process? Make sure that it makes sense, please. And it makes sense to the core desired outcome. My people want clients predictably. What is the name of my method? Predictable client ecosystem. Done. This is the best approach to date for achieving multiple desired outcomes in bullet points. So this is the best method to date for generating two clients every single month, building an ecosystem that is always full of leads, and converting people without sales calls. It's designed to help you become a person. So become who is it desired to help you. Why is that so important? People buy identities more than outcomes. Why do you want to achieve your goals? Really, right now, like I'm talking to you now. Why do you want to achieve your goals? You want to achieve it, think about it really. Let's say you want to make 10K, 15K, 20K. You want to make it to take care of your father, to take care of your mother, to take care of your family, to travel, to have fun, to enjoy life. Whatever it is, whatever the reason is that you want to make this money, you want to make it because of something. And this something is going to make you another person. It's going to shape you into another person. People are going to see you differently. So when you take care of your parents, it's more of just taking care of your parents. It's this sense of provider and security and authority. Okay? People buy identities. People buy something that they want to be like. People buy from people they want to be like. People buy from people they look up to. So outlining a identity and giving them a desired identity that they can strive for is marketing, firepower, superpower, gas, whatever you want to look at it. Cool. What is the second step of your process? You list it out here. What is the third step of your process? You list it out here. What is the fourth step of your process? You list it out here. Cool. So it's up to you. Here I gave examples like personal coaching, exclusive results, proven success, all of those things. I put those here, but the steps of your method, like if you read my offer, you're going to realize immediately that it's the steps of my method. If you want to read my offer, I'm going to link it also in the description down below. The best part is what are the benefits that I'm going to achieve through working with you. This isn't just another strategy, it's a proven formula that will get you the desired end result. Now, this is something that I have to mention pretty quickly, which is if you're someone, if you're a coach, if you're a consultant, if whatever you sell online, if you're just selling shallow strategies, good luck. good luck. Because the more shallow strategies you sell, the more competition you're going to have, the harder it's going to be to sell people and to make money and to actually get your clients results. In your program, the best things that you can be selling, okay, are strong fundamental processes, formulas, deep internal breakthroughs. Okay? Because formulas are formulas. If I give you the formula to creating value in the market, no matter how much the market change, you're gonna know how to apply the formula to the market and you're gonna create value. If I showed you how to create an intense breakthrough within you to become this magnetic man, no matter what changes in the market around you, in the environment around you, you're gonna know how to be a magnetic man. So rather than being the strategy person, which is very cheap in my opinion, be the person who creates long-lasting change. Cool. Side note. Side note done. Now, the best fit to work with me is someone with, again, realist the criteria here. It's very important. Why? Because so many people fall into this trap of generating clients, but the clients that they generate are not the ideal people. So they find themselves trying to please and serve people who are not their ideal target audience. And you fall into that loop of despair where you're like, I'm not happy with my business. You don't want to be that guy. You want to be serving people who you enjoy serving and who enjoy getting the results with you and working with you. Information. So this is where you give them more information. So how many modules, how many courses, how many videos, how many times will you meet, group calls, community, everything. You give them this. That will ensure that the process to getting you two clients a month, one date a week, whatever it is simple, effective, and streamlined as possible. Now, the call to action, if you're interested in working together, send me the DM link, click the link in the comments down below, whatever it is. Now, something that we found personally is with high ticket, being transparent on the front end leads to higher closing in the back end. Cool. So whenever someone had to DM me, send me a message, I would have to prospect them, qualify them, make sure that they are a fit, and then get them on a call and then tell them the price. Long sales process, people wouldn't close. So what I do right now is I put the price up front. So if you're interested in working together, this is the price to work together. If that's something within your budget, I always tell them send me a DM so we could chat or click a link and book a time with me so we could confirm our work. That's pretty much it. Don't overcomplicate it. Closing, see you in Messenger, and you remind them that keep in mind this is open for X amount of people to X date. Cool. So this is an example. Now, I don't want you to be that guy that takes this example and just copy and paste it. I'm even debating is if I remove it or not, but I'll see. Reminders, customize this, by the way, stick with me for a second because I want to show you how to launch it. Customize this as much as you can for your own branding and business style. If you make bold claims, make sure that you can back them up. Do not fear length, fear lack of clarity. So some people are gonna look at this and be like, Arnold, but this is long, man. Like literally, this is what gets me those results, and this is just recent. Cool. This is what gets me those results. So if even if it's long, do not fear length, fear lack of clarity, and keep value per line equation in mind. So don't overcomplicate things. Just make it clear, simple, valuable, done. Do not use it if you're new online or you haven't been posting recently. So if you jump in and you're like, hey, I haven't been posting for a year, but if you want to buy from me, it's no, no, no. You have to build your value bank. You have to give out to the world. You have to give out to the universe. You have to create value in the market. You have to be giving value and building your audience, even if it's small audience. Again, my first close from my email list, I got a $7,48,000 deal, cool, from 24 subscribers. So you don't have to have a big audience, but just be building value to your market. Now, the next steps. Engage with the engagers of this post. So when you post it, engage with the people who like it. So if people like it, people comment on it, engage with them. Send it directly to warm and hot leads. Cool? So this is how to launch it, by the way. Send it directly to warm and hot leads. Use it as a reference for people who ask what you do. So when people ask you what do you do in the chats or whatever it is, you send them this post. Use it as a guideline for your seasonal or quarterly offers. So if every season you're launching a new offer, every quarter you're relaunching the offer, every month you're launching the offer, use this. For example, for me, every week I link my offer in my newsletter. So every week I go back to this and I just reuse it. And when you're a bit more advanced, what I do is I just have a Google document with this offer and I link it in my emails. That's pretty much all that I do. This is how to launch it. Now, another best practice to launch it, because how much time do? Oof, 25 minutes. It's fine. I'm giving you everything behind the scenes. So, another piece of also launching it is build credibility beforehand. So what I would do is I would post a series of testimonials over a week or two and then post this one. So the testimonials would drive engagement, would drive eyeballs, would drive interest, would drive like, okay, this guy knows his stuff. This guy knows what he's building. This guy is getting results. This guy is changing lives. Okay, okay, I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna listen. You have my attention. Once you have their attention, now give them the offer. Cool. If you want my help, you have a couple of ways that you can get my help pretty much. And if you need samples, those are some of my samples. Now they're not loading. Yeah, actually they're loading. Those are some of my samples. Again, when you see my samples, you're going to realize that even my samples don't follow this to word for word, because this is a template. Don't be that guy who copy and paste templates and doesn't change anything. Cool. Thank you for watching. Hopefully this was valuable for you, and I'll see you. Bye bye.